as the members of the South African Police Service will investigate that thing. I'm glad to go to Umfundisi Chris Nielsen is here because it's a big issue in human rights. The problem is in February where we met leadership of SABC Cape. We met to Premier, we met to Bosman, JP Smith. Sikhuluma benayo ngendaba yalabantu ekuthiwa law enforcement. Ubheka uyichazile ngoba security. Ubheka kunama South African Police Service akhiwe ngeConstitution yase South Africa. Kube khona ama-metro afola under IPT. SABS, the metro, they fall under IPT. That is why, if the metro, we would have simply sent IPT here. But at the metro, he doesn't like us. That's a problem. Nokuthi basebenzekile uzothumela bani. Sithela masitana labo ngoFebruary. Kunezinto lama structures abizwa ngama peace stroke law enforcement efanele zilandelwe. Lezo zinto efanele zilandelwe ukuthi kufanele kube nemvume ebhalwe National Commissioner ukuthi uyakuvumela ukuthi ucompetent ukuze ujoyine leso structure. Sithema sifika ngoFebruary lasaqala lezo imvume eziselwe azikho. That's a problem. As sicela February wathi kuzophela 2 weeks siyithola manje process uJuly manje. Azikho. So sivumelene masifika izolo sibone mhlangano omude la ukuvumelana ukuthi sizoyilandela kanjani le ndaba ngicela ukuyeka lapho ke lelo ngoba silandela ngokomthetho ukuthi lezi zakhiwo zalama enforcement zisemthethweni yini noma kungenzeka ngithenge elinye ilanga lapha eParliament enkulu khona insizwa ethanda iphinde ngaphandle kweParliament lonto ukuze bambone kanjengiphinda ngaphandle kweParliament namhlanje. I said there are laws in this country. There is constitution that tells you how do you formulate the police of South Africa, the metro of South Africa. And this structure that so somebody challenged me that I must repeat it out of Parliament. I'm out of Parliament today. And I said, if you have a structure that is armed and the law is not clear on it, that structure could be the structure of thugs, is a structure that is not accountable, is a structure that is led by people that are not prepared to respect the law. I repeat it. So if then somebody thought that I was speaking under the cover of Parliament, I'm out of Parliament today. I repeat it. These structures, we believe they are illegitimate. If they were legitimate and legally, would have received all the documents you have wanted, and those documents are not there. The only thing these structures they do, they cause havoc. This is one of it. In my phone, I've got another one. I don't know if the media has seen that, of this woman in 2018 that was dragged, and all that, by the very same structure. I hope media, if you don't have that footage, we do have it. She's a nigger. It's not the first time. This is the same structure that one of them shot and killed the member of the South African Police Service. Wafa, ebulawa, ilesi structure. Unfortunately, sithema silithethe icala lakhe simhambisa kwi-prosecute ukuthi isitshela ukuthi uyanina court, but asihambe siyofuna an extra statement sisifune kumuntu abambiza ngevagrant owayehlele emgwaqweni abathi wayibona lo daba masiya sithi siyombheka lo muntu safika lesi structure sesibaxoshile labo bantu abasekho bathi siyofuna statement bayabaxosha labo bantu by the very same structure. So we are following this, we are working on it. We believe we have a rocky structure here that if is not looked upon very closely can cause a lot of havoc. So we are continuing the case. This case is continuing now. The case ephethwe amaphoyisa aseNingizimu Afrika because asizuvuma ukuthi bayiphekele bayidlele. They cannot be investigated by the very same city that is running the structure that we believe is legal. We cannot allow that. We cannot allow that to happen. Well, sibonile angizokhuluma kakhulu ngayo ngoba kuthiwa abantu abawu4 suspended, but sibona abantu abaningi lapha but investigation ke leyo akuyona ukuthi sikhulume ngayo. Esithembayo ukuthi umama Thakatha is here, sizokwazi kuyilandela esebenzisana no-National Commissioner because he-elevated sayisa e-office ka-National Commissioner ukuze kwazi ukubhekwa kahle esazi ukuthi sizokwazi ukuthola ithuba lokubuyisa ama-report esebenzisane nomphakathi. That's why I said inkokhelo zimbona umathakatha so that ngalona thinta nepitungana ukhona uyakwazi ukuthi isebenzisane. So yilokho-ke sikuzwileke mawusumemeza umongameli ukuthi azokubona wathi maye ngasafikanga kumongameli noma ngafika uceleke ngakhuluma ke nomongameli wathi umongameli aphuthuma ke ecele egameni likamongameli nasegameni elimemezile namaphoyisa aseNingizimu Afrika sonke sizela ukuzobheka ukuthi umthetho eNingizimu Afrika uyagcinwa. Akekho umuntu onelungelo lokuphula umthetho noma ngabe ubani noma ngabe isiphi. Angifuni ke ngoba sengiyezwa kunewashi abantu abafuna ukuqamba amanga yokuthi ubani wayekhumula ngamabomu na yonke. That's why angizuyingena le investigation leyo, but yikho ngiqale kwestatement esithi ngangikhona mina siboshwa ngaboshwa kaningi ngabe angikaze ngiphushwa amaphoyisa nginqunu ayengicela futhi ke sisikhatha ngishaya ngempama athi gqoka ngamandla but ayengiphoqa ukuthi sigqoke dress up before we get out. So this one cannot be. So silapho ke sithinteleke nenkokheli sintene no sotashe nabo wonke will work very close nani will work very close kule match ukuthi fanele ihambe ngendlela efanele ibe yiyo. Sizele lokho ke sibiziwe ke sasabela sicabangayo ukuthi sizokwazi ukusizakala siqhubeke siye phambili. Thanks.
Siyabonela ku minister kakhulu. Uthembisile uminister. Ayaqala ke minister uthembisa apha. Kwinyanga ezipheleleyo ufikile uNdiwe Sisulu wathembisa wathi kwezi structures zi49 simoshwe law enforcement. Sizazo nezintsha ezi49. Kula namhlanje ke sijongile. Ngethemba ke Comrade Cele uzokwenza ngcono ke kunoLindiwe Sisulu. Afezekise amaphupho izithembiso zakhe. Sizawunika uKwaito oyi-community leader yalapha eThembeni achaza ukuthi bona beyi-community lapha eThembeni bafuna uthini kwi-minister. Yintoni abafuna iminister amapolisi benzile yona kuba kaloku amapolisi afuneka sikhusele. Abantu balapha bakhuselekanga. Abantu balapha kuze bakhuseleke bafonela iKhayelitsha community network le isithi
mandithatha ithuba ndibulise nalapha kuminister. Sivile ke into ayithethayo minister ngokunene. Undibetha kabuhlungu my sister because kudala silapha kudala sihleli kabuhlungu ngalendlela athetha ngayo sihleli ngathi sizihaku kodwa singabantu abangakhathalelekanga ku democratic country. Sikhona ke i-politicians ezininzi zizile sizama uthetha nazo sizama uengage nazo zisithembise kuna namhlanje kusenje de andazi noba kufuneka wonke lo muntu lapho usokolayo ade abonakale etsalwa eze ukuze sibonakala basingabantu na. Minister, i-one into endizayithetha mna from i-community esethembeni. Ubhuti lo ebengeyedwa sisonke okokoko sasisonke. Ufundile ubhuti umthetho pha. Ndinesiqinisekiso sokuthi nawe uyawazi minister. Njengaminister yamapolisa yalapha eMzantsi Afrika. Sicela ngoku ngawo lo mzuzu unalo ilungelo wena. Siyayazi ukuthi law enforcement njengoba besenza lento besenza yona apha unesuperiors zakhe bekhuphe ukuthi mabekwenza lanto. Siyabaza bebantu JP Smith kunye noBheki sazi nezindlu zabapha bahlala khona. Siza kusa sifuna ngoku njengaminister babanjwe because bophula umthetho. Not ukudala minister ngoku. Sicela ukubona ke njengaminister ebonakala ukuthi ihamba nathi awuzange uzosiqhatha. Sibonakala ukuthi inkokheli bonakala subunkokheli bakho ngawo lo mzuzu. Sebabamba babesho baphume kwezithuba zabo ngoba abawazi umsebenzi wabo. Regulations ze lockdown awu-evict umuntu. Besides leyo ifunda ngobhuti, regulations ze lockdown awu-evict umuntu. Kodwa kwenzeke kanjani na? But bona bakwazi bayaphula umthetho. Njengaminister ke ndinoqiniseka ukuthi uyayazi umuntu ophula umthetho uyabanjwa. Sicela minister sihambe nawe noba yephi police station lapha wena uyayazi indlela yokwenza ngayo nomama bayabanjwa ngoba bephula umthetho. Enkosi.
Enkosi ukhombe kodwa. Sizawunika imibuzo emibini emithathu. Before sinika imibuzo emibini emithathu sonika uComrade Axolile. From Comrade Axolile sinika imibuzo emibini from kwimedia. Aphendule.
So just to expand on what the community leader here is saying. So Minister, again, it's not the first time we've been here. Myself, you probably also saw my video. I was arrested in the back of a law enforcement van. It was closed. I was pepper sprayed. That law enforcement officer has still not been held account. But what also happened is that they followed the regulations. They gave me a fine on the spot. They gave the community members of Bulelani a fine on the spot based on saying that we broke down regulations. Now we are saying that these people broke down regulations. There's nothing to be investigated. There's no need to invest. We know that they evicted someone. Therefore, they broke regulations. When law enforcement came here, they told us that we broke regulations. They took me, Ungwasikona, and some leaders in Bulelani to the Harare police station. There, on the spot, we were fined. This month, we have to go to court to defend ourselves because we had permits, because we work with communities. We had permits and we were working with communities. Again, this is Regulation 36(1). It says, a person may not be evicted from his or her land or home during the period of alert level 3 period. No one may be evicted during level 3 period. It then goes further to section, when it talks about offenses and penalties, section 41. It says, anyone who commits an offense and is on conviction liable to a fine or to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 6 months, or both a fine and imprisonment. So if those people don't get fined, they must be imprisoned. That's what we want. That's what the community wants. They broke the regulations. The PI Act is separate. The case on the PI Act is separate. That's a standing law that we know. But there are also regulations. If the president can address the country and plead with us to follow regulations, and now we are following regulations, but these people that are so-called law enforcers are the ones that are not enforcing the law. They are the ones that are breaking the law. Then they must account right now, not later than today. That's what the community is asking. We're pleading with you, Minister, and you, Commissioner, to please get on this as soon as possible. Because if this doesn't happen now, another community is going to be evicted. There's people from Bulelani here, they were evicted. Their story is not on social media. There's people from Hangback here, they were evicted. Their story, it was not like Bulelani's. But everyone is being victimized. It's just that I don't want to say it's lucky or unlucky that their stories don't get to be on social media. But there's hundreds of people that have been victimized by law enforcement officers. And the minute we waste, the more we waste another minute or another day more people are going to be victimized. And that's what we want. We want action now. Thank you.
Enkosi comrade, masimnikeni uminister aziphendulele. Asive minister uthini bathi sifuna ubavula ityala. Sifuna ubambisa uMalusi Boy minister no JP Smith. Bafayinwe njengaxolile noNkosi Khona noComrade Mazotsho okanye babanjwe.
Sorry, just one thing, Minister. I also hear, so before those people came here, they were there, they parked their cars there, and myself and some people that I work with went to them. There were 3 gentlemen. They were on the phone. They were saying, we are speaking with the person that is giving us orders. That's the person that must be arrested. I have a video here of that person saying, I am working on orders. That's the person that must be arrested, the one that gives orders. If you want the evidence, I have it in my phone. I can give it to you.
No, se bathi ukwaito. Okay. No, se ngizwile kwaito. Ngiyezwa no mfana CPUT. Na comrade asukhohlisana. Angizofika la ngenze ngathi ngikwazi ukwenza izinto engingakwazi ukuzenza. Kunama structures nje mangimlalele kahle uzwa understand lama structures kuthi kuno minister which is a politically head or an executing officers, kube nama accounting officers, bese kuba nama implementers. Now if I can lead and saying yobopa JP Smith, that case will end there. That case, there won't be a case after that, because there is no minister that arrests. It will end there. I've said to you, and I repeat, we have sent a team led by the Deputy National Commissioner General Mvazi, working with the Provincial Commissioner Lieutenant General Matagata. They've created the team. I have received Uguti investigation near Kubeka. All these things, and this what we are having here is information. But if you are a law student, you know that information needs to be moved and become an evidence. It's only when it works. So I'm not going to come here and spoil the case. There is a case here that must be investigated, and there is no early that is going to spoil the case doing things that is not supposed to do. For the fact that we have a team, for the fact that we have a dedicated team, actually, I have even instructed, I'm glad you have raised, I have instructed that the case of this 2018 Lomama Babemdraka must be taken by the team. If you have more of those cases, bring those cases, and we pick all those cases together. But let's follow the law. Otherwise, I'll come here, I'll mess up things, and I'll go, and nothing will happen. Allow us to follow the law. Police are investigating. Fortunately, we have put this case at a very high level. At the office of the National Commissioner and the office of the Provincial Commissioner, there where it's monitored. I have a right to monitor, report all the time. I have a right to come back here, but I don't have a right. That case will just die today if anything like that happens. That's one. But two, allow the investigation. I understand what I can do on the case you raised of this continuing is politically to speak with the political leadership, including Zuma, because I briefed her as I come here to say, help us because they fall under COCTA and behave exactly what we are reading under level 3, exactly what we are saying, and then that 6 months, fine or both. Those are the things that investigation must lead us. So we can't come here and ourselves break the law and expect everybody to respect the law. Ngizocela comrade ukuthi kuleyo asihloniphane sivumelane into esingazama ukuyenza ukuthi this thing moves faster, siyipush ibe quicker ama-investigation, but it breaks no law around this one. There are protocols to be followed here, and let's keep those protocols. Thank you very much.
Sibulele kuMinister. UMinister uthi uzophanda ngale case evuliwe. Thina nditheka le case engekavulwa kaMalusi Boy no JP Smith. UMinister akwazi usinceda because uthi akwazi uvuleka akwazi ubabamba yena. Sizamkhulula uMinister ke ahambe kuba kaloku le besimfunela yena akakwazi uyenza. Siqhubekeke ngale besiyenza namhlanje. Xa siphuma apha siyokwenza nesifuna uyenza siyovula icase with or without uMinister against JP Smith no Malusi Boy. Zawunika unkokheli yami ke uresponde kwi-response kaMinister.
Enkosi ngokheli. Kuyavakala Minister. Xa usithi wena awukwazi babamba. Bengicifana mina uzawuthi xa uphakama apha uthi njengoba nisitsho ke ndinani le yenzekileyo siyayazi be wrong and niyayazi nami as a minister. Then nje manje pha ndingazukwazi yobamba mina. Zawunika iorder aba bamba yenza nokuthile ngoku aba mabahambe ngoku nothi kudala. But ke ngoku minister uthi akazukwazi. Xa ungazukwazi ngoku minister ndinayo nendawo khalula ubuzi ba what was the reason of the visit? Xa ungazukwazi usinceda. Then if akhona uzawukwazi usenzela yona ngoku ngawo lo mzuzu nothi kakubi asilwanga sizakwazi basicele sikhulule siqhubekeke neprogram yethu. Thank you.
Comrades, kuzofanele silalelane sisizane futhi. Ngiyaphinda futhi all the cases niwanikeni i-team okay, no, that's fine. All the cases anikeni i-team kwaito mawuthetha walalela nawe anikeni i-team. We're not going to break protocols, the investigation here. Ukuhamba anginayo inkinga. There is one thing engizoyicela. There is one thing. Well, the young man mentioned the cases, all the cases that are with about the law enforcement. One thing engizoyicela ngifuna ukuyicela ngoba angifuni siyidilute lento siphume endleleni deviate. Singayidilute. Ngoba uma nilandela lento nimasha station. By the way, you have all the right to march station. What you don't have is anything yourself to break the law. You don't have that right. And I hope as you march to police station, you won't break the law. Bese ke niyasidiverta ke manje niyasidiluta ke sesilo namacase amaningi sekonakela ukuthi sinikeni ithuba lokubhekana nale case. For now, I understand everybody is angry, but fanele sizenze izinto ngendlela ngomthetho. The day we bring back a report, it should be a report right. Leke yokuthi bezofuna la cha ngichazela ukuthi ngize kanjani. Leyo is explain. Leke nibuze kumina. So leyo ke asivumelaneni ukuthi maniye police station novula icala, ninelungelo liphelele lokuvula icala. Ilungelo esingenalo elokuthi sonakalisa izinto endleleni ngoba nizosuke nisidivert. Sifuna ngempela ukusebenza le ndaba. Sifuna ngempela ukusebenza. Isandleleni nathi sifake emthethweni, but I'm not going to explain here our legal protocols going forward. If we can, leadership ufuna ukuzwa ukuthi senzani, we can come on that. But for now, sinikeni ithuba lokudila nale ndaba, ningayifaka amanzi, ningayigudluza endleleni. Anyway engizobehave ngayo engeyona lesumelana ngayo izosikhipha kuleli cala bese abanye abantu bathole ithuba lokubheka ezinye izinto bayeka into zabo. siyekeni senze umsebenzi ngendlela eyi ngiyasibongela kulokho.
Siyabulala Mr. Just before Minister uhambe kunento athi in 72 hours law enforcement iphinde yabuya apha izochitha. Ndifuna ukubuza Minister okanye ndingabuza ku Minister ndibuze kuwe Comrade Mathakatha ba xa befikile do you promise us ba basinifonelele isabs nizosikhusela law enforcement? Because believe me, this community is very organized. This community is not violent. Le community that is why kuthe xa law enforcement wonke umuntu wamese endaweni yakhe waphupha ifone wafota. They don't retaliate, they don't fight back. So we're asking from you, Comrade Slam, but xa befikile, do we call ISABS and do they promise to come and protect this community? Nika wena ngokhela.
Enkosi Minister naku Nkokheli naku Bulelani nabahlali bonke kamnandi apha ndihamba ne-cluster commander ne-station commander apho nale case bivule khona so sikhona sonke silapha if kwenzeka le nto amapolisa ayabiza azokwenza umsebenzi wabo nawo so sikhona sikumamele and we are here sizawuprotect abahlali xa kufuneke beprotective. That's our responsibility. Thanks.
Siyabulela Nkokheli. Bulelani kunena funa iveza. Izolo apha kunamadoda amathathu benxiba isuti. Ehamba ngemoto engazowayo kubahlali balapha. La madoda ke khangafune bana fune ubulelani and ayoyikeka because i-community ibe intimidated. Xa babuza bakubani bakhangafuna uzichaza. Into ethetha into yoba ubomi kaBulelani busemngciphekweni kekho safe. Now I think unombuza nawe apha ko Minister. Endiqala ngiba yeyona nto endicinga ukuba befunela yona apha yena. Ungaze ngathetha Nkokheli yami.
Enkosi Comrade amandla Tatu Minister Bheki Cele ngolihlela apha phansi ndiyacinga i-safe yefamily yam i-safety yam because ababantu bakwazile ungena phaa ayomchithela but ngoku bayayazi ngiyami bendikhawulelana nabo ukokhalanga urhulumente wase-Western Cape for i-investera for abantwana bam ukukhusela abantwana bam kulanda but ngoku isikizi lam ndivela phandedwa andiyazi ebusuku uba kuza kwenzeka ntoni so that's why ndicela intoba ukhuseleko labantwana bam ikhuseleko lefemeli yam so nabakhuseleko labahlali balapha ethembeni ngoba bendingayilindedwa le ndawo ndimntwana nabahlali balapha ethembeni leadership negeneral enkosi tata.
Siyabulela Nkokheli.
Yini ngathi nifaka mina ku-trial ngingabafaki labantu abakufanele baboshwe. Engathi niqala ngami kule trial. Where is Chris? Mfundisi Chris? I'm sure you did hear what has been raised by together with the provincial commissioner. If you can just work specifically on this case, because it looks like the intimidation is continuing and all that. So nothing should happen after it has been reported to us. So provincial commissioner, no Chris, they look in the specific case. But there is a case that you raised. I don't know whether it's you who phoned me to say there were members of the South African police the next day there, but somebody did phone me. We did speak, no commissioner on that one. That the members of the South African Police Service, there's no business ukuzophipha urabisho wenziwa abanye abantu. That's why they did not get involved in that thing. And indeed, Commissioner is here, link up with her so that things as wrong, no matter duty, by the way, is a constitutional duty in the South African police. It's not even legislated. It's in the Constitution what they're supposed to do. It's very clear, very clear. Especially that the head of the police in the provinces here makes it even more clearer. Uguti will take those instructions direct down there. So, but this one is more important for the fact that you say there are things that we don't understand very well around him. So Chris is here, Norma Matagat are here to immediately look after that. And but the plan and the station commander, the cluster commander here to look after the community as a whole. But we are also here to make sure that things happen faster, so that we are not under the cloud of fear and under the cloud of people that are intimidating. I thought we're all in South Africa, but it looks like you've got what is called here Republic of Western Cape, and Exofanele Mtambe, Sikhumbuzo ukuthi they are part of the Republic of South Africa. So those are the things that I think we'll have to deal with. So for now, thank you very much. Ukwaitu sengixoshileke la. Usetha ngiphume ngihambe. Bengabizwanga ke nawo ukwaitu ngizohamba khona. Ngibizwe inkokheli. That's fine. But let's just link. Let's work together on this thing. Singavuma ukudivert, ne? Yeah.
Sibulele ku minister. Maqabane, asibulele kumuntu wonke. I-committee esethembeni. I-Khayelitsha committee network iyabulela kakhulu kuba nabazileyo namhlanje. Sibulele ku minister banawuzile. Sibulele na ku media ethe yaze ezoveza lento elizweni.
Right, we lost our link there, but the community thanking the Minister of Police, Minister Bheki Cele, for heeding the call, even though the call was made out to President Cyril Ramaphosa, but the Minister coming through to represent the presidency, but to represent government as well, just to hear out the residents in terms of that incident that happened during the week of police in Cape Town evicting people during COVID-19, and those really unfortunate that footage that came out of a man being dragged out of his shack unclothed, even though the mayor of Cape Town, Mayor Den Plato, has come out to say that it was staged, it was tactical on the part of Bulelani Qolani to go and undress himself just to create a spectacle. I don't know what your thoughts are about that. Let us know at the agenda_SABC, and also those responses by Mayor Den Plato yesterday saying that he apologizes to black people because he's usually nice to black people. What are your thoughts? I know it deviates from the question that we're asking you today, the question being about the 100 days of lockdown and how collectively you're doing as South Africans. The area that you live in, is it level 2 ready, or is it one of those areas where conversation is being held about the possibility of going back to level 5? Let us know. Let's have that conversation at the agenda_SABC.